Yes, this is recorded.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Lorenzo. Just to tell you about my first deal, pretty much I found a deal through a wholesaler in my RIA group, and pretty much I went out there, I was talking to the homeowner, I said exactly what Lorenzo was telling us in regards to, speaking with the homeowner and whatnot. And surprisingly, I didn't even know why, but this guy actually signed the contract. I mean, I was just shocked. I was just like, holy cow, what he told us works. And like slowly, the day after I walked out, doubts started creeping, and I was like, oh man, could it really be this good of a deal? We pretty much locked up a $240,000 house for about $125, and I was just like, holy cow, this is impossible. Something's wrong with this. So I said, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? And like, basically, I was defeating myself, and pretty much, on the call with Lorenzo, I spoke with him, and I was like, hey, Lorenzo, I don't know about this deal. Can you, help me and walk me through it? And, he said, look, tell me more about it. I gave him the information that I had, and, he was like, that's a screaming deal. I was like, you better go close on this thing. And, I was like, I just needed that little push to get me over to that point where, I could get comfortable. And, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. But I kind of listened to Lorenzo right there, and we ended up closing on the property. We got a hard money lender to finance us, and at the end of the story, I mean, we made 50 grand. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. And what I realized is that if it weren't for Lorenzo to give us the extra push, just kind of ease my fears and walk us through our first deal, we probably wouldn't have done anything. I mean, we'd probably be sitting here just saying, we haven't done anything. We weren't successful in real estate, but it's thanks to Lorenzo, his deal-making circle, and all the help he's given us. So thanks again, Lorenzo.